And we're live. Blip, blap, bloop, bleep, bleep.
Hello.
Rap.
Here you go. There we go. There we go.
Now that we're on Twitch so much, like we've learned that you basically go live and you don't say anything until you actually see the channel filling up.
This part's just.
This is just for, you know what? This is for the pod. This is for our loyal podcast subscribers. We should be talking. Yo, this part. No. Let's get serious. This is for our loyal podcast subscribers. Okay. Podcast subscribers.
Hello, subscribers.
We appreciate you listening just audio. There's a lot of video elements of the show, but we hope that it's also entertaining just to hear the audio as well. And we really appreciate you subscribing to the podcast. We love podcasts too. We are avid podcast listeners, and it's big respect just to have a podcast that people can tune into. It's really,
you know what? In honor of the podcast subscribers, bam! I have just turned off my video feed. You cannot see my video feed.
You know,
it is just
45 people jumped on the Twitch now, so now we got to move it over and say,
shoot. All right. I'm back.
Cool. Welcome to Schmoozing with Soul Clap.
Hey,
we got a great show for you today. We got Ardalan. He's like almost he's stream lord status. It's really like we're not worthy of his stream status.
It's pretty incredible. And you know what? I couldn't think of a more humble, loving, lovable. Keep on piling him on there, Eli. What else is he? Adorable.
Lucky. If you're doing L's, then
I was saying adorable.
He's
the A.
He's
Ardalan.
Look, Ardalan's great. We're gonna bring him in later to talk.
He's a really nice guy. That's my point. He's a nice guy. Sweet. Genuinely. Yeah. Unlike most of our guests. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Big shout out to
Beans. What's up?
Tina, subscribing tier 1. Keisha Tina, what up?
Hello.
What's going on? We also got our Bandcamp song of the week. It's a protest song. It's really exciting. And, there's a bunch of stuff to talk about really quickly, rapid fire style. Rapid fire. And looks like, Justin Martin Music is rating our channel with 44 folks.
Get out of here.
Big shout out to Justin's listeners, viewers, hopping in here.
What up, everybody? Hello.
They're in now. Big up to Justin Martin.
Martin fans. I feel like we should have.
We're talking smack. We got Ardalan coming in a minute. But you know what? Let's run the intro.
Wait, you keep cutting me off, bro. I feel like we should have made him a pizza.
We should have made him a pizza, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just drank a coffee, so I'm like,
you're flying, bro.
Mile a minute.
All right.
Can we run that intro?
Get it.
This is something special for you.
Schmoozing.
So that's it.
Lonely sea, bamboozle.
Schmoozing. Talk amongst yourselves.
Schmoozing.
So.
Are you ready? The show's about to start.
Oh yeah.
So you can talk for 60 seconds. I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, what's up with the pizza, guys? I feel like I should have made you pizza. I want to know the origin story of pizza. And perhaps to get the origin story of pizza and Justin Martin, we need to have Justin Martin on the show. So
Justin,
this is a formal invitation to stop hiding behind your loyal fan base. No, I'm just kidding. Stop hiding behind the pizza box, buddy. Come on the show. No, I'm just
No, let's make it happen.
Because what would be really fun?
Manager, how can it can't be that hard.
It'd be really fun also is to do a deep dive on Justin Martin back to the Buzz and Fly stuff.
Right?
Justin Martin, sending heart emoji.
Love Justin. So we got let's there's so much to talk about before. First of all, we dropped our EP last Friday.
Yes.
That was super exciting. This is the first schmooze since the EP came out. It's called the World EP. It's the first transmission of 3 before we drop our WTF World Transformation Force album on Earth Day, April 22nd, 2021.
That's it.
It's World Transformation Force. It's a radical call for love and action and taking responsibility for ourselves and those around us in the world and the planet and everybody,
Yes.
using music and culture and our power. So it's exciting.
Not for nothing, like we wrote this body of music before the pandemic. So it is very strange to watch it come to life during this time, because it feels just so connected to what's going on right now. Very strange experience.
Yes. And, Dr. Dance just reminded us in the chat that it is on Fool's Gold.
Fool's Gold.
Very exciting to be on the one and only A-Track and Catch Dubs, Fool's Gold Records.
Totally.
Big honor and super fun to work with those dudes. And, in the theme of the politics of the album, something crazy happened on January 6th that really connected with one of the tracks on this first EP. What if there was no America? And so we felt like let's tie it together. So our frequent collaborator and friend, Natasha Thompson, put together this amazing video. Chris, producer, if you want to bring that in, the What If There Was No America video.
Take a look.
Yeah. This is actually officially dropping tomorrow, so we're getting a sneak peek here on the Schmooze. And this track features Nona Hendrix, one of the members of the group LaBelle, legendary funk disco R&B group.
That is right.
Who also has had an amazing solo career in her own right. We've collaborated with her in the past. And so, it's an honor to work with her, and this video, hopefully it touches you.
What if there was no America? What if there was no flag, no borders, no leadership, no Americans, no North, no South, no East, no West, no democracy, no Constitution, no Senate, no Congress, no states, no cities, nothing. What if there was no America? Gone. No longer relevant. Not even a memory. Would the rest of the world stop speaking English eventually? Revert to their native tongue. What if we didn't have a word for hate? What if we didn't have a word for justice? What if we didn't have a word for you? A word for me? A word for us? A word for them? A word for they? For mine, yours, ours? What if we didn't have a mouth, ears, or eyes? What if we didn't have words at all? The tongue can cut sharper than any blade. The eyes can cut deeper than any knife. A thought can be the beginning or the end of a life. So, what if there was no America?
Whew. My goodness.
That's
Every
my
time
first
it
one
gets
too.
me.
Oof.
And the first time I saw that, especially when, she was showing me the edits, I was just like choked up. Thank you, Natasha Thompson. If you're feeling that and want to learn more about her art, at Natasha TM on Instagram, at Natasha TM. Check it out.
Yeah, well, I hadn't seen the whole 2.5-minute version, so.
Can we talk about that guy that's like smashing all the press equipment, all the cameras and stuff? That stuff's so expensive. What a dick.
I mean, well, I don't really want to get into all this dark shit, but
All right.
the messaging has been the messaging this entire administration has been fuck the press. So what do you expect? Fuck the media.
Yeah.
We expect people to do, and they've been told that the media is evil for the last 4 years by the president of our country.
Not for long, my friend. Tomorrow is Inauguration Day.
Tomorrow is Inauguration Day, and I've been doing dry January, but I will be popping a bottle of champagne.
And in your honor, Eli, and in Andrea's honor, I got a bottle of champagne too. So I'll be ready.
We're gonna be zooming with our parents, respective parents, to share that moment. It's
champagne.
Yeah.
Did you see this thing on Shark Tank? The guys made a champagne gun. You put the champagne bottle and turn it upside down, and it's like a squirt gun. Next level. You got funded.
Dude, all the bottle service clubs will be fucking eating that one up, dude. The bottle service girls.
They got funded by A-Rod and what's his face? Mark Cuban.
Of course, A-Rod and Cuban love that shit.
Can you imagine can we come up with a gimmick and just get funded by Cuban? My goodness.
Dude,
peace out.
Ridiculous. But there's a lot of positive things happening in the world. As dark and crazy as everything is right here in the United States right now, there's also positive things to look forward to with the new administration. A lot of positive things happening around the climate, and people and countries finally starting to take this climate situation seriously. So that's all good news. I saw a study that over the last 10 years, the majority of people in the US and China and all over Europe now believe that we need to take drastic measures around climate change. Denmark is moving away from fossil fuels completely. There's a number of European countries that are taking these kind of steps. It is, if we don't address it, climate change is going to be the big,
the end of us, man.
Even bigger. Yeah, it's going to be the end of us, but like an even big driver of change and pain and horrible things happening in the world. So we gotta work on that for ourselves and especially for our children.
And not even for our children, for other people's children. How about that?
Yeah, for the whole world. And speaking of our children, my daughter is quarantined for the next 10 days. Because one of the kids at her preschool tested positive for COVID. This is the closest call yet, so we'll see if we get through this.
It just outrages me that she's 2, right?
She's 2, yeah.
It outrages me that there's 2-year-old anti-maskers out there.
Those damn 2-year-olds.
I don't wanna.
Oh, he's starting trouble.
I got rights.
Man, well, on that note, we should maybe kick it into our Bandcamp song of the week.
Let's do the Bandcamp song of the week.
Bandcamp.
The Bandcamp Song of the Week.
Heyo. So check it. This week for the Bandcamp Song of the Week, we bring it back to Star Creature Records, Star Creature Unlimited, Universal Vibrations, where there is a really cool piece of music that came out that I noticed is already sold out on Wax. It is a reaction to this same nonsense at the Capitol and so much that's been going on this past year. As we come to the end of this presidency. And the artist is named The Jack Moves, and this song is called Horror Games.
I love like explicitly political music like this. Protest songs.
We need more of them. They're not beating around the bush here.
Kick down the doors of the cages. Leave for the manifestation. Just give us the courage to face it. Leave the children a dream that's worth chasing. All the innocent lives that are taken in these horror games they keep playing. Cop cars on fire midnight. Power movement take flight. Hold your breath, cover your face. Something don't feel right. Too much pressure for the pipes. Red and white, blue lights. Devils dance to the circumstance. Tonight warriors unite. All the innocent lives that are taken in these horror games they keep playing. The justice kick down the doors of the cages. Leave for the manifestation. The justice give us the courage to face it. Leave the children a dream that's worth chasing. All the innocent lives that are taken in these horror games they keep playing.
I think I'm feeling this instrumental.
Oh, you know that Star Trek Universal Vibration got the funkiest instrumental. Yo, for real, stop police brutality. Get them white supremacists out the police force. And let's keep it moving, y'all.
I like that is some funk. That is funky. I don't love the vocal on there. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go out there and say it. But I love the chanting. You
Didn't
know,
they sample that? They sampled it at a protest.
sounds like it.
Yeah, they did. They give credit on the.
And
on the
also,
liner.
I want to shout out just because I see on the sides there in the discography that just came out just for the collectors. This whole Chicago Boogie series they're doing is so dope. Woo! I caught the first volume on wax. I missed the second one. I got it digital, but some really
Our
cool
Creature Universal Vibration, really one of the best, one of the funkiest. Big ups to them. I just wanted to shout. I saw in the chat room, Keisha Tina. What comes first, climate apocalypse or nuclear? What comes first? What did she say? What comes first, nuclear apocalypse or climate apocalypse? And you know what? And we talked about this last week, but as of this Friday, January 22nd, the UN has officially made nuclear weapons illegal. There's a treaty on the prohibition of nuclear weapons signed by almost every country in the UN.
Do you think people are really going to follow that, though?
I mean, most countries don't have nuclear weapons. You know, you're really just trying to get the US, Russia, Iran, North Korea, India, Pakistan. There's not that many. So, like, just got to keep putting the pressure on, right? The other countries continue to do that. It's still it's a huge step, and it may be just symbolic right now, but these treaties in the UN do have weight internationally and also discourage other countries from starting to develop nuclear weapons. So, there's ramifications. There's so it's important that we have these things.
I want to shout out someone in the chat room. I want to shout out Dan Bain, our homie in Detroit, who in response to Eli and I saying we're going to pop champagne, he said, "None of that White Star."
That's a Soul Club classic.
Hilarious.
Yes. So should we bring in our special guest?
Let's do it.
Yo.
Oh!
What up?
What? Is that Shreddy Krueger?
What up, guys?
Is that Shreddy Prince Jr.?
Shreddy Prince Jr. I'll take that.
Yo, wait, hold on. You guys schmooze for a second. Hold on a second.
Oh,
What? Oh, he's got to go get the door. He's got to take out the dog. What's up, Artie? Welcome to Schmoozing with Soul Clap. It's great to have you here.
great to meet
As we said before, you are no stranger to Twitch. You may even be called a stream lord by some. You just launched your own personal Twitch channel. Am I right?
absolutely. Yeah, I did. Actually, and I started 1st of January, and it's been super fun. I mean, been doing good TV for the past 5 months. I think we've been doing it, and that's been absolutely fun. Wow, look at
I got you, bro.
Whoa, ski suit.
Here we go.
Ready to get mine?
Let's do it.
It's actually that cold here that I would probably feel better in my basement if I had on my ski suit.
No lie, it's pretty cold here, and it just honestly just went into like
Not me,
26
dude.
last night.
Friggin'
But,
74 degrees. I'm boiling already.
Burn off some calories while you schmooze.
I just saw a fact that the only time it ever snowed in Miami was January 19th, or yesterday, 1977. Yeah.
That's funny, you know, I used to
No,
go
for real?
to my grandparents
Yeah.
in Boynton Beach, which is about an hour north, and there was one year when it definitely snowed up there. So I guess it was just that hour north maybe made a difference.
Totally. Absolutely.
For real, it snowed?
Yeah.
For real, that much.
Yeah.
Like real snow. And people are actually wearing like beanies and sweatshirts. I don't know how people in Miami have sweatshirts and beanies. Does it make sense?
Everyone has sweatshirts and beanies here for any time it drops below 71.5 degrees.
I'm going to get my ski suit. I'll be right back.
Yeah, there we
Bad
go.
idea. Don't do it, Eli. I'm schwitzing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sweet.
So, how's it been up there, dude? I'm jelly. I didn't get to go skiing at all last season. I'm a big skier. I've been
You
doing
ski?
it my whole life.
You don't
I'm a
snowboard, you
skier.
ski.
I'm a two
Oh,
planker,
man.
dude.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
We're in the
I
same
was on
club
the
then.
ski team. I
Wow.
got kicked off the ski team at Brookline High School.
No way.
I jumped off the chairlift, and they said, "You're out of here."
Oh
that
my
was
god.
dumb. Do not jump off a chairlift. It was like a
It was
little
illegal.
area where it came very close to the ground, but someone was watching. They're like, "This guy's a hazard." But look, it was New England. We were skiing in Blue Hill, which
Right.
it's not mountain, it's hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
That's
terrible.
crazy.
And it was just, ski racing, kind of like slalom-y kind of stuff. And we all man-made snow. Only one trail was open because it's New England. It's terrible.
Yeah.
And it just was really. Eventually, you get all this ice, and it was not enjoyable. And I'm a powder hog.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it hasn't honestly. It only like snowed like crazy once, like last week or 2 weeks ago. So it's just been getting worse every day. But there was some decent snow and squaw I'm seeing every day. And there you go. Yo, you guys are. Let's go hit the slopes.
We're
do it.
like two proud members of the Glen Plake Appreciation Society.
I love it.
Man, I think did we both get these at the same time? And that we went in Berlin. Did you get that one then, or this is a different one?
No, this is I think a different one.
I remember before the first time I went to Burning Man, I was in Berlin, and I went to a thrift store there, and they had all these amazing '80s snowsuits. So I got this one for Andrea.
Dude, that is beautiful.
And we rocked this. This was like the nightly attire when I got cold on the playa.
That's some sauna time machine stuff right there. But yeah, wow. We should make a trio and go hit the slopes. I'll put my GoPro on and I'll just film you guys with your,
I'll catch you fools at the end of the day.
Yeah, Charlie will go with our asses real quick.
I'll see you later, bro.
Maybe you're a good skier. I'm not, but
Do you snowboard or you ski?
I've done both. I went back to skiing more recently because I just was tired of just spending half the day on my ass from snowboarding after a few years of trying to pick it up.
Yeah.
Skiing is just much smoother.
It's just like I go skiing like once every like 2 years, but then it takes me like the first day it feels like I never skied, and then the second day I'm like, all right, I got it, and then like now I feel like I'm just like an Olympic skier, and that's how you break a bone. I think like you're like,
absolutely.
come on, I got this, bro. We'll do it. But now I'm so hooked and like not touring. I want to invest and just start skiing as much as I can. And
Well, good thing your management is Jonathan McDonald, because
exactly,
he is the snow
He's a snowboard man.
down to shred.
He gets air too.
Johnny
So, I
Mac
mean,
gets some air.
I'm not surprised you can do like a 720 either. 720p.
I want to shout out Johnny Mac in the chat room for suggesting the Ski Tracks EP. Which is a
let's
great
make that
idea.
But also what he suggested is he sent us an article earlier today that you can actually rent an entire ski resort right now for like
No way.
$3,000-$4,000 for a day.
We should do that.
It's not even that much.
Streaming.
Yeah, you better get streaming, bro. Cleo by Cleo in the chat room. Also,
guys, if you sub our channels and we get enough subs, then we'll rent a ski resort and you can all come and we'll all ski and stream together from the top of the mountain.
Yo,
that sounds like
sub.
That sounds like the thing. I'm down.
No, but straight up, Cleo in the chat room is talking, and I know she's from Canada, that she's talking about Western Canada, those Canadian Rockies. You think you've had fun in the Rockies in the United States? Canadian Rockies.
Oh my God, it's insane.
Level up.
I skied at Sun Peak,
Treadmill.
which is
The
like
true Narnar.
Yeah, the Great North. Yeah, Whistler, man, it's crazy. Canadians, they definitely. I've this guy called Case of the Monday. He just like skis and is like half naked and all that stuff, and like it's just like crazy.
Booyah. Booyah.
Well, guys, I know we've had fun with the skiing, but let's
let's start
some music, guys.
Yeah. So I've been up here for the last week. Besides skiing, I've been streaming, making music. Just took a break from the city, and been, after staying in SF, and me and a buddy of mine, obviously we got tested, and being safe, we came here, stayed at our buddy's cabin, and yeah, I just did this. I did a series where I was just DJing every day called the sauna series. It started Monday and I ended yesterday, or not yesterday. I ended on Sunday. And the sauna time machine. And it was great. Everything worked out. The DJ booth was right by the sauna. We were going to the sauna and DJing, and yeah, that was so much fun. And we're packing up and ready to go back to the city today. But yeah,
it's sad. Do you want us to stay out there forever?
I would love to stay out here. I started making music last night, and it just feels so awesome. Like just to take a break from your own studio and stuff. Like especially in the city. I mean, I feel like it's just nice to be somewhere where you don't hear like cars or. I mean, San Francisco, there's shelter in place, but there's still a city, and there's just like it's just nice to like have a little tiny change. But I'm ready to get back and hit the studio, hit the stew.
I read an article that a bunch of tech companies are leaving San Francisco.
They have, dude. Yeah.
Super luxury, overpriced condos are about to flop.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be 2012. It's at San Francisco 2012 prices, or 2015. That's when it really skyrocketed. And over here, and there's like a lot of tech companies that literally just moved to like North Tahoe and like to Nevada areas as well. It's so beautiful here, though. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, shoot, now's the time,
Yeah.
Save up some dough, buy a place right now in the Bay was when all the techs bounce, because they'll be coming back.
Totally. We should maybe try and buy a ski resort if we can't rent one.
Yeah, no, for sure. So that Twitch money. We
get that Twitch money and just buy a ski resort,
I heard that the kink.com castle was shutting down.
Oh, yeah, the Armory.
No,
I think they already they call the Armory. It's on Mission. It's like right by Public Works, the nightclub. It's on Mission and I'd say like 20th.
I'm just kidding. They're not shutting down. People are a bunch of.
They did shut down. No, they
really?
Yeah, they left that area like a couple years ago.
Oh,
so we don't even know what kink.com is. Well, there was this giant castle structure in San Francisco. It's called the Armory, and kink.com, which is like, what is it exactly? It's just like
it's fetish pornography.
Yeah, they shot porn there, and I think they were going to throw a party there.
I'm sure they threw many a party there.
A good boiler room party.
Oh no!
Just kidding.
Boiler room. Oh, that's great. Well, it was funny for us because, I mean, we used to go play at what's Face's spot over there? What I'm blanking on the name of the spot that we used to play at with the burner owned spot with the multi-level
Public Works.
Public Works.
Yeah, Public Works.
Right
Yes.
next to Public
Yeah,
Works.
right next to it.
Peter spot, yeah.
Yeah, Peter.
Blick. Peter
That's
Blick in the
Peter Blick.
house. Sorry, Peter. My brain is Swiss cheese on account of your venue.
It's hard, man. I've been forgetting venue names too since I haven't been to a venue in so damn long. It's like, what is it? What even is that?
There's like Ardalan Music, twitch.com/Ardalan Music, and there's twitch.com/Soulclap Music, and
Only venue I've been in.
that's it.
Is my salon in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there's been so many venues and so many new names, especially in San Francisco. Like my favorite spot, or like when I moved to San Francisco, like it'll always like be one of my favorite spot, at least for my generation, was like 222 Hyde. That was like
we caught the end of 222 Hyde. That was the
nice.
spot.
That was such a cool spot. It's like a little mini Berlin / San Francisco vibe.
Yeah, that's
tight.
But yeah,
and, there's always the end up. That's always
that's what I'm thinking.
End up. And you know, honestly, if the end up, if like something miraculous happens and they just like kind of give it a little facelift, it'd be one of the best places like ever. I mean,
they haven't updated that place in like 25 years. It's exactly.
Dude, that was like the first place I DJ, and I think I got kicked out DJing halfway because everyone gets kicked out of that club. If you don't get kicked out of a club, you're weird.
I got kicked into that club.
Yeah, there you go. I think I was 20 and I was drinking, and they saw me drinking and they kicked me out mid-set. But then I came back in.
Wait, what do you mean? Because you're not supposed to drink while you DJ?
I mean, I was 20 and it was like my first ever gig in San Francisco. And it was,
and they knew. They're like, all right, buddy, you here you go. Here's your shot, but don't you
here's your shot.
Find libations.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I heard from a little birdie that like the ownership there just does not care about club culture whatsoever. They've been there for so darn long. They're just trying to like rent it out for like bar mitzvahs and that's about it.
It's I mean, yeah, it does definitely need a new sound system. Shout out to Justin Martin. But the thing is, when I first started DJing in nightclubs, after like I was really lucky because I started with like the rotary mixer in there. The Rain was the Yuri, and then like also 222 Hyde had that V6 Alan Heath rotary mixer. So I didn't know
that at Fabric.
Yeah,
that's where we got to use
the V6. Yeah, it's like the Rolls Royce of mixers. But yeah, if they have a new sound system and all that stuff, that place would be awesome. But you know, let's get through this quarantine first.
That's right. Well, you know, actually, in good news around the quarantine and venues, the Save Our Stages Act actually is working. There's like venues getting millions of dollars. So I think that you can get venues get up to 50% of their potential revenue from like I think compared to like 2019 or something. So
that's awesome.
It's a huge help. 50% of their gross revenue from 2019. So that's like amazing. So big shout out to Congress for actually doing something positive. Yeah. For nightlife and music and live music. I mean, wow. I did not expect that to happen here. You know, you heard about it happening in Europe and the UK.
In Europe and the UK, you know, there was that whole thing that happened. Like, and I'm like, wait, when is there going to be? I mean, there's just like so much going on in America, and I feel like the music industry was just like left in a dark corner, you know.
And you know, so many people pushed for this. There was so many artists and venues and other and like activists pushing for the Save Our Stages, and you know, I think saw this year like our power actually with music of making change, like from the Rave the Vote thing that we all participated in to
absolutely Rave the Vote,
Save Our Stages. You know, it's like there actually was positive change that we helped get behind. So that was exciting.
Totally. No, absolutely. I mean, we sparked up so many movements and so many awareness that we never really thought about, you know, before COVID. And I think once we come back, we're going to come back stronger. And it's going to be a community vibe.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, most of the artists we've had on Schmoozing all feel the same way. So
yeah,
be a lot of positive growth for our scene.
Totally.
Community is, I think, what we need, you know? I think.
Yeah, I mean, this whole streaming thing, like at first I was like, all right, this is like weird, you know? But like, it's nice to get this like gratification of like communicating with each other, you know, and DJing or performing, and then having people that, you know, that you met from around the world and people that you don't know, just all here, you know, and just there's just like it's like such a safe haven of like being all together. And then once things get better, like we're all gonna be, it's like remember these like memories, you know, and just bring that into the dance floor.
This is a good I think you've stumbled into a great segue, and as you know, if you watch our show, we love a good segue. You know, a lot of people know your name from Dirtybird showcases or from Arty Party where you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
But like, you know, 2020, you've had a huge year. You had your first solo album called Mr. Good, and then the remix album that's out now that we're going to be talking about on the show. Well, we're going to be talking about both. But you also came out as one of the key performers on It's Good TV. And now there's Ardalan Music, your own channel.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, I got so addicted to this whole streaming thing, and like it's been fun. I mean, I feel like it's kept me busy in the sense I'm like, whether it's like setting up the stream or, you know, changing the light or the angle or like freaking out before you start. Like I kind of like it, you know, it's like you're busy and it's like a passion. Also, shout out to Valerie Lee in the house.
Yeah, Val's in the house. What up, Valerie?
Hey, what up, Val?
Yeah, but it's been super fun, and also it's like one way of like, you know, hanging out with all you guys and all your homies and all the people you always like, you know, saw at parties, or, you know, like people that are your colleagues, and you're just, I feel like doing this right now, or like, you know, like for example, the best example, like you guys did your set and then you rated me right there, and then I played There's No America, and like that whole thing happened, and like it was just so cool. It's like you guys came to the party, you know, like after you guys were done, and
we came to the party and handed you a vinyl, because I was going to say we were going to give you with USB, and then I was like, no, let's be more old school. And then I was like, let's say we handed a CD, and I was like, no. Can we do a test press?
You think we can do that?
Dub plate, straight up, pressing dubs.
Hell yeah. I mean, I feel like in the future when we go back to dance floors and if we're playing the same city, the same night, you know, and maybe like I'm gonna come to the bouncer and be like, yo, I'm raiding this party with friends. Yeah. You know, work out.
You need like a limousine bus or something.
Totally. Like in the cartoons, it just never ends.
Like a clown car.
Well, that's how Twitch can roll in on the promo after we're obviously still going to be streaming as well, but like, you know, then they can provide us with party buses to go from one gig to the homies gig, and there'll be the Twitch raid bus.
Dude, I think that's a great idea. We should just do a Twitch raid tour.
And should we let the attendees in the bus decide where we're going?
Well, they can say their opinion in the chat room, but
okay.
Yeah. Definitely gonna raid you guys next time.
I feel like this is something that we did already. Like, you know, this often happened, right? Where you had a gig, maybe you finished, you know, like we had a gig, we finished before somebody, we'd go see the after hours party, or vice versa, you know, or like DJs show up at each other's gigs, or, you know, I remember like recently, you know, in Paris, last time we played in Paris before our gig, Louis Vega was playing all night.
Oh yeah,
at June. So we went and checked Louis there. You know, it's always that special moment, right? When like your DJ homies roll in and you don't expect to see them. You know, maybe
dude, it
they're in the same city.
It's one of the most uplifting things, you know, like when you have like, it's just like, it's the same thing with Twitch. You know, you have like, obviously like there's an energy and then there's a new energy, and it's always fun to see your friends, and especially when you're DJing, you're like, oh snap, you know, just like it's a good change of vibe.
I always make sure to raid Des Andre's show from my show on Mondays, and I always get a shout out, and I'm like, oh, I love Mondays because I get a shout out from Des.
His show is great. I just saw him, like, I was like cleaning my room for 7 hours. He's just playing jams. Also, Osunalade has a really good Twitch too.
Oh, Osunalade.
Yeah. He's got that like.
Osunalade was what I was hoping for before I got serious in my relationship. After show. Osunalade. Shout out to Osunalade, the bomb. Yeah. You know, we rated him from like our back to back the other day, and he was on this real intentional mindful down tempo thing, and we were coming from like pumping. So we're like, let's go, and we showed up, and it was like super mellow down tempo, but he's the boss. It was dope.
Oh yeah, I love that he's going back to the rotary mixers. I don't know, I'm just like fascinated. He has that Swiss rotary mixer. I forgot which one it's called, but you know the one that looks like it's like white, and he always uses it. It's like,
What are those?
What is it called?
I forget those guys. Oh man, they actually came on my radio show.
Condensa?
Oh really? Yeah.
Like
No, not Condensa. Varia Instruments, I think.
Yeah, Varia Instruments. That's them. Big shout out to Varia Instruments. Condensa's from Australia. Varia is the Swiss guys. Big shout out to Varia guys. Yeah, they.
How do you spell that?
It's Varia. That's definitely the next mixer I'd like to get. Just
That thing looks pretty cool.
That's so cool.
That looks very 1970s.
And it looks crazy. It looks like something from like Chernobyl, like a lab.
Dude, you don't want that Chernobyl mixer, dude.
It totally does look like a lab experiment.
It does.
That is bad. Yeah. Do not accept Chernobyl DJ mixers. They could be radioactive.
It is a beautiful mixer. And you know what? Maybe it's time. Well, right now I'm using the Bozak. Right? I'm using the Bozak, the new Bozak. But that's actually Black Flamingo's mixer.
I played Black Flamingo right before you guys brought that mixer with the Fitness. Shout out to Fitness. That's the thing. It's such a beauty.
Super beautiful.
Yeah. Shout out to
very warm.
Yeah,
it's very warm. I love everything. I like that little like headphone amp over there. It's like boop right there.
Yep.
It looks crazy.
It's a great one. Look, if you need the discount, Artie, they're homies. So
yeah. Love to.
Nice.
I mean, right now, I gotta admit, Pioneer really killed it with a V10 mixer. I've been so creative with like my streams, just like using, like for example, one of the streams last week, I basically plugged my iPad into one of the channels, and I just played a podcast while I was playing like music.
Bam! I actually did that on Martin Luther King Day on Monday. I played Martin Luther King's speeches and doing instrumentals in the background. But look, I was going to say the same thing, that I'm loving the Pioneer V10. It is the jam. And Artie, you have been instrumental as a friend to help me do some troubleshooting, because I blew out my sound card that I was using to stream, and we're like talking on the phone about it.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, wait, why aren't we using the V10 as sound card?
You actually showed me how to use the sound card,
right?
And now I'm just using that, and it's so awesome. Like, just
got a big up
in there, and
No, I got a big up Mike from Pioneer, Sleepy and Boo Mike. Shout out, you're the man. Thank you so much for taking the time to help me out, because there were some weird things going on with the Apple security permissions.
It's always a security permission. I just bought a new sound card
in there. Yo, I had to go into the console. Is that what it's called? Well,
I had to go to Congress actually to like get like permission.
You had to go to Congress. Wait, what's the thing called?
Change. Speaking of making change,
thing called where you go and you got it, and it looks like MS DOS.
You mean the terminal?
The terminal. I'm the console.
Yeah.
A console. I go into the terminal and like hit some commands
when you go to
get rid of some kern extension nuggets.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
that's scary. I'm like,
shout out to kern.
I'm like
kern extensions.
Enough talking about the V6. I'm jealous. I don't have a V6, but
it's a V10, bro. That's how much you don't have a V6. A V10 is a
V10.
Calling it a V6. And you think about your Subaru.
V6, well, what V6 we were talking about? The Alan Heath was the V6. That's what.
Well, we got the Nissan Skyline. You basically got like the 62 Impala, you know?
Right. It's true. It's true. And I do love the rotary vibe.
Oh,
actually the V10, we actually got to go last time we were in Japan, or maybe 2 times ago in Tokyo. Pioneer invited us to come to their headquarters, and we actually got to go and like we had to sign NDAs. And they
can we talk about this?
I think we can talk about it now because it's out. Right? The idea is they don't want you to talk about it before it's out, but now that it's out,
review the contract.
Right? Hopefully it's expired and we're not getting sued.
Can you guys with the contracts.
You don't want Pioneer to sue you, man. They will
man.
come with the.
Look, I'm just saying how awesome it is. Pioneer includes
No.
artists in the process of developing these things. Let's
Yeah,
not talk about the other
trying to-
stuff.
I was trying to make a joke like you don't want Pioneer to sue you because they'll like bring a bunch of stereo equipment and throw it at you.
Honestly,
I
like-
don't know where I'm going with this.
If I could like try and change
Samurai style.
faders, I want to upgrade it to rotary at some point.
Well, they're gonna drop some rotary. They'll drop some rotary add-ons to this.
Yeah,
And
but
Eli, if you really are feeling the Pioneer V10 FOMO, I'd say the business should get you one rocking.
I think the first step is getting a second CDJ, and then I gotta upgrade the mixer.
So really, like what I've done is because all my studio gear is there, and I'm just like whatever. I have the Mini Moog, a Model D reissue, and I have it like connected to like a couple different like pedals and stuff, and I have it going straight into the V10, and it's been so much fun. Just like because it's such a simple like analog synthesizer, but I've just been like playing it with echo and just pressing things, and you do all these fun like super 70s funk, parlor funk like vibe, like George Clooney vibes. You're just like, doo, and
You say George Clooney,
George Clooney vibes.
Parlor Funk, George Clooney
Parlor
vibes.
Funk George Clooney. No, but it's been great. It's got all these cool effects on the mixer that just like expands, like just doing live hybrid stuff. And I'm not the best key player, but doing streams, I'm just like going for it, and it's been super fun. Just like when you're getting into the mood of making music, like when you're playing with the Moog and like DJing and everything, it's super fun to get creative with.
What do you think Parliament Funkadelic would be like if it was masterminded by George Clooney?
It's a good question.
No. Swing and a miss.
But yeah, it's fun. I've honestly definitely been getting creative with like using it to the max, but at the same time there's times where I just really want a rotary mixer too, and just playing the music, and yeah, no, I know it is like just playing wax. Like
basically just playing wax for the first 6 months or so of this live streaming during quarantine thing. It's like with no effects. I have this little effects box I use sometimes, but I didn't have a place to put it when I switched up to this mixer, and so like doing this with no effects like really forces you to be creative, like with scratching absolutely. And like doing like weird like fade outs, and like I've been practicing like fading out when the snare hits, so it's like
that's sick.
So things like that, and like
yeah,
it's fun. It's fun playing wax just the pure way, being as pure as possible with it.
And there's nothing like when you're just blending the music, just like just bringing it in like in a. And I know there's people that don't like rotary mixers. They're like, dude, this is like I can't do it. Like it's not. But like for me, I just think it's so interesting the way the tracks get mixed together. And then at the end of the day, that's the most important part of like anything, whether it's a stream or you're DJing anywhere, it's how it sounds. And like, sure, some people are going to be like, doesn't matter what you have. And yeah, it doesn't matter. But like to you, like, especially when you're playing wax, like there's just something, there's something magic about it.
It's also very forgiving playing with rotaries. Like it's easy to cover over bad mixes.
Totally. You're like, oh, I got this. You're like, oh my God. Oh no. Shit.
You can.
It's like
exactly. Just little. It brings somehow it saves somehow even beats that aren't matched can sound good.
And I understand that it's like really like a lot of disco and house music is more. It's more like for that, and like obviously you don't see someone like playing like a drum and bass track into like a because you're probably gonna get like I don't know like your hand's gonna probably hurt like just doing like mix it. But I mean I've done it.
I play drum and bass on the rotary though.
Yeah, like exactly.
I play my UKG, my two step. You gotta do those cuts. You gotta do this.
It's so fun. That's awesome. You're like, it's a workout, dude.
It's a workout.
It's
good. It's bad. It's bad though. If it's bad if you got carpal tunnel though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
You do
Those
some wrist
moves
weights.
come with carpal
wrist
tunnel.
Actually, though, Charlie, maybe your carpal tunnel came from the V10. Maybe you should just be using a rotary, and it'll be much smoother on your wrists.
Yeah.
So I've been actually putting a ton of CBD on there, and it's working out. Oh, yo, Dr. Dance in the chat asking about what A-Track posted yesterday, and this is so interesting because I wanted to bring this up earlier when we were talking about Fool's Gold, because yes, A-Track's been putting up a bunch of content from like the late 90s when he was like winning these DMC battles, and he took the time, he's like showing from when he was a kid, like writing down all the different types of scratches in this like Excel document looking, like notebook pad, and then showing the evolution of it, how he took it from just little notes to diagrams showing how to do the different scratches.
Wow.
Yo, look at this. Oh, you can't see if you're on the podcast, but I'm going to tell you. It's a bunch of lists. It's a bunch of words.
Is that writing?
It's all writing. It's like, here's how you do it.
I've never seen it
You transform on that fresh scratch, and then you blah, 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 and then this thing and the other thing. And then as he gets in, he starts getting scientific as heck about it. It's just like diagrams looking like some sort of physics professor over here, showing like waveform frequencies and like at what point to move the transform or move the crossfader or the thing. And then look at this. He takes like crab. He's got a crab drawing that then just turns into something more, and then like more quickly, like more of a symbol. Oh my God, this is crazy, dude.
This is how you win the DMC championship, though, is you get so deep on this that you're
that's some black belt stuff right there.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Wow,
look at that, man. Thank you, Dr. Dance, for pointing that out. Because
Dr. Dance.
That is crazy.
Cool. He shouted out since our new EP is on Fool's Gold. He shouted out our EP on his IG, but in between that and the post before it was video of him and his mom taking him to raves in the late 90s.
No way.
So
that's amazing.
Pretty dope. We're in dope company over there.
Wait, can we just go to the right column there? Crab up, crab down, crab plus crab transform, crab up down, crab continuous. Crab continuous plus chirp. Crab up down, left right, BA select start.
Whoa,
it is like video game. It's like video game.
Like Mortal Kombat fatality like code.
Oh yeah. It's related. It's related, right? Being able to like memorize scratches and how to move your hand is the same as memorizing cheat codes on the video game. He was just memorizing scrap scratches. Well, all of us, but while a bunch of folks were just memorizing cheat codes, and that's why he won the DMC, and everybody else just playing video games on Twitch.
Can we also big up A-Track's penmanship? I'm just jelly because
this was like as a kid who's into graffiti. This was this was something that we all kind of wanted to have hand style. Like as a kid who was into graffiti, into hip hop. Yeah. Even how you wrote in your notebook at school was like in your hand style.
No, it's terrible. I look like I have Doctor. I look like I have Doctor. I did a graffiti S.
You could write an S. That's the only character that you actually can write in the
and I still can. I could. Like one time in middle school, I did it, and it was like, this is it. And then I was like, that's it. I'm just gonna listen to P-Funk and I don't know what else. Be a jerk off.
Shred on your guitar, dude.
Yeah, shred's
nice. He's got nice handwriting too. My handwriting is like, I don't even know how to write anymore.
That's what I'm talking already. You and me, bro.
I was like, bro, look, his notebook. That's analog. Like, never seen a notebook in a while.
Shout out to the penmanship squadrons.
Yeah. Cursive, like it's a dang art.
Well, that's really funny, dude. Let's talk about some of your music, man. We've gone into like the depths of like randomness, which is awesome.
Here on
Randomness is my middle name.
But I would like to talk about your music.
Wait, I thought Party. Sorry I thought Party was your middle name.
Oh yeah, that's
that was your given middle name by your parents.
It definitely was after my 22-hour set. They were like, you know what, you deserve a new middle. Your middle. I actually don't technically have a middle name. Like Persians really don't have middle names. So
your mom's like, I wanted him to be a doctor. He turned into a stream lord.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted him to be a doctor, but he's now a stream lord. So, let's do the Kaaba party. Anyway, yeah, I got like what's it called? Yeah, we got new music. I got my remix album, came out last year in November, which was one of the craziest things ever. And people don't know this, but like that was the first ever. It was the first time ever anyone would remix my tracks ever.
Whoa. Well, we're honored to be part of the arsenal of DJs, producers that did some remixes. There are some pretty awesome ones on there. You managed to get a 12-minute remix from DJ Dion.
Yeah. First of all, you guys' remix is unbelievably amazing. It's like,
thanks, bud.
It's like awesome. It's such a dope journey, and I love where it went. And like, I love got the garage vibes, but it's its own thing. It's so unique and awesome. And
thanks, bud.
And it's great. Like we have 18 remixes. You know, you guys, Delano Smith, DJ Minx, and then DJ Dion's 12-minute adventure.
Insane.
Which has been absolutely crazy. And you know, I figure, you know, since this is my first time ever getting my tracks remixed, we got to go big, you know. And it's internationally, like goes from you know, everyone from America to we got Brazilians, you know, we got Herman Bergante from Spain, Kyle Watson from South Africa. It was crazy, and every remix just has its own vibe, and I feel really honored to have such amazing artists on there, and it's kind of a dream come true, honestly. So not kind of, actually a dream come true. So.
Well, we were sorry, go ahead.
We did a 24-hour, actually we did a 12-hour party with Dirtybird where you guys played, DJ Minx and everyone, and we played and we went from all around the world. Also had one of my homies, Nessa, DJ from Iran, which is really cool.
Oh, nice.
And then after remix, I'm just took a tiny break from making music, and then just seeing what was going on in the news and stuff. I just needed to express myself, so I decided to do an edit of FDT, and we released that on the day, the January 6th. So that's on my Bandcamp. Fuck Donald Trump. That's what it's called.
Donald Trump.
And I'm like, that's what it's called, and that's what it is. And so I did that.
What it is.
On my Bandcamp.
What it is. Oh wait, are you pulling that up? All right, let's do it. I wanted to pull something else up, but go for it. Fuck Donald Trump.
Just when I thought it wouldn't get no sicker. Woke up one morning and heard this weird ass motherfucker talking out the side of his neck. Me and all my peoples, we always thought he was straight. Influential motherfucker when it came to the business. But now, since you know how you really feel, it's how we feel. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. It wouldn't get no sick. Fuck Donald Trump. Weird ass motherfucker. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck. It's how we feel. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah. I like white folks, but I don't like you. All the niggas in the hood wanna fight you. Surprise the nation of Islam ain't trying to find you. Have a rally out LA, you know what's up. Home of the ride, the king ride, we don't give a fuck. Black students, ejected from your rally. Well, I'm ready to go right now, your racist ass did too much. I'm about to turn Black Panther. Don't let Donald Trump win, that nigga cancer. You too rich, he ain't got the answers. He can't make decisions for this country, he gon' crash us. No, can't be a slave for him. He got me appreciating Obama way more. Hey, Donald, name one that follows. You gave us your reason to be president, but we hate you. Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. I don't like your ass. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah.
Nigga, am I tripping? Let me know. I thought all that Donald Trump bullshit was a joke. Know what they say when rich niggas go broke. Look, Reagan so cold. Obama so hope. Donald Trump spending trust fund money on the boat. From a place where you probably can't go. Speaking for some people that you probably ain't know. Pressure built up and it's probably gonna blow. If we sell gold, then they probably gonna go. You vote Trump, then you probably on dope. And if you like me, then you probably ain't know. And if you been in jail, you can probably still vote. We let this nigga win, we gon' probably still grow. You been wars, we gon' probably dig holes. And if your ass do win,
fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck you.
Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Hold up, I got something to say, hold up. We the youth. We the people of this country. We got a voice too. We will be seen and we will be heard. Hold up, I fuck with Mexicans, got a plug with Mexicans. Wanna little me to switch who I call Mexicans. This common sense your ass nigga come be the president. Hold up, nigga, tell the world how you fuck with Mexicans.
Wouldn't be the USA without Mexicans. And if it's time to team up, shit, let's begin. White people feel the same as my next kin. Let this nigga win, God bless the kids.
God bless the kids, this nigga wicked and weird. When me and Nibble ain't that's Bloods and Crips. We your LA rally, we gon' crash your shit. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah. Fuck Donald Trump.
You know, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Totally.
We lost a fucking amazing artist, and you know, truly political artist who was making a difference in his community.
Yeah,
really sad.
It's super sad. Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel.
Yo, for real. But you know what? I feel like in you know, tomorrow, you know, we don't have to be quite as mad because we don't have to listen to his ass every day. And you know, we haven't for a little while, which has felt so good.
It is. You know, the main reason is just like I'm just tired of seeing him in the media. You know, and it's just it's a bigger picture than that. You know, whatever. It's not only him that's causing all this problem, but it's just. You know, I'm over the 4-year reality TV saga. I just want everything to go back to being boring.
Yeah.
Not only boring, but just, you know, talking about what's really important, you know, like climate change and like healthcare and, you know, what
racism,
exactly.
You know, this is interesting. I think we played that song and we started getting a bunch of trolls, which is incredible. The question for the trolls. My question to the trolls were: have you been watching the show?
Really?
Like,
I think it's mostly just one dude spamming because he doesn't have anything to say other than
there's a couple
hashtags.
I'm like, were you watching the whole time? I mean, because you know. Anyway,
well,
the internet is.
You got the trolls that don't even have anything to troll other than just hashtagging Trump 2024. Like,
yeah,
you got nothing to say. You got nothing to say. Drop something. Drop anything intelligible. You know.
Yeah.
Please.
Bring me a fact. You know what? The definition of fact, actually. That's something that you haven't heard in a while.
Yo, we got somebody who's trying to be reasonable.
That's cool.
We got the real wine. WYNE. He's saying, I don't call Democrats.
I don't even think you should.
I will.
Okay. Yeah, you don't even have to like give power to that. But I think let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you did that piece of music. And you know, I hope it's getting a bunch of downloads.
Thank you. And you know, let me just say this. This has nothing to do with like Democratic or Republican or whatever. This is America. You know what I mean? This is like what's common sense talk, you know? And you know, tomorrow we're gonna move towards the right direction. So
I hope so, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
One step at a time.
I am
So-
not a crook.
What?
Got Nixon in there for y'all. What you guys know about Nixon? You Republicans? Just claiming you're Republican.
Where are you going with this, E? Let's see. Oh, let's sit back. Actually, you know what? Let's sit back. E, where are you going with this?
I don't even know. I'm just trying to throw out some pop. Why have we not banned this? I can't even look at here, you know?
Don't look at there. My question was, where did those guys come from? I think robots.
Oh, it's like as soon as you play anything.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they weren't watching the show, and then their phone lit up, and they were like, you know what? I'm going to check out Schmoozing.
Yeah.
Because they're doing something on Schmoozing.
You know, it's not like we weren't talking about politics earlier in the show, like for the
But
whole
you
show.
didn't put, maybe you weren't saying F fuck Donald Trump. I think there's a fuck Donald Trump bot that's out there.
Google alert.
Well, this is why I think it's a really powerful statement not to say his name. You know, not that I don't agree with that song. Like, for sure, I appreciate that song. But I feel like one of the great things that I learned from activists over this last year leading up to the election was you just don't say his name. You say the current president, the so-called president, 42, whatever it is.
Platform.
You know, you just say
my so-called president.
Yeah, the current administration. I feel like, you know, not saying the name takes away some of the power, and that's important. However, you know, it's also great to have songs like that overtly call him out, you know? That's not really my style as much, but I do appreciate that, you know? Totally. I really do.
Yeah.
Having these kind of like rallying cries.
Totally. I mean, for me, like when I did it, I was just like, first of all, I really like the original and the bass line is just awesome, but I ended up doing the bass line myself and just playing that bass riff. And then
nice. What kind of bass you got over there, bro?
I was actually using Reason. And the Reason
is that a 4-string or a 5-string?
Yeah. It's like I got it from Guitar Center the other day.
Nice.
Reminds me of that Portlandia episode where everyone, like all the producers, they have like the long ponytail, like, yeah, you know, I got this Strata. It's like 1973. You know, it's pure analog. You know, I got this rotary mixer right here. You know, it's great.
I love that. Yeah, he's taking you through a tour of his studio.
Yo, okay, so just so the reason I realized the reason we have the trolls is because we got dropped on the home screen. We got right when we were playing "Fuck Donald Trump." They dropped us in the first.
Oh, we got placement.
Welcome
to the show, everybody.
Welcome to Schmoozing. We talk about music. We talk about politics. We got Ardalan, the stream lord, on here representing for his "Fuck Donald Trump" edit.
And while I must say that while we are definitely Democrats, we're not snowflakes, but we sure like to shred.
Yes, we do.
And we do like to keep it positive. Tomorrow's the inauguration of a new administration, and it's a celebration.
It's a celebration, exactly.
My name's Charlie on the chairlift. You can call me Gnarlito's Way.
Nar.
Put back on now that we got all these new viewers, Charlie. You got to put back on your snowsuit because that's like the theme of the show is the 80s snowsuits.
Nah, it's too hot here in Miami for the snowsuit, bro.
It's all good.
But yeah,
I'll give you a call.
Yes.
There.
Let's bring it back to the music though. There's so much of this Ardalan remix EP that we.
Can I just pump the brakes though before we go into the remix EP? Ardalan had another great moment on the internet just recently, and that is with the original version of the song that we remixed, as well as Delano Smith and others. And the name of that song is I Can't Wait. What happened was that there is a influencer, European, German, Berlin-based, named Stella Bossi, who is known for taking her favorite techno songs and dancing to them in a bathing suit. Let's take a look.
It's snowing outside, girl. Catch a cold. love it.
I mean,
Yeah,
what?
it's crazy.
Where? First of all, someone bring her a blanket.
No, she needs one of our 80 snow. Yo, there's plenty of
someone
80
bring her a
snow
snow
Berlin.
and
Plenty of
maybe
food
like
in
a
Berlin.
schnitzel sandwich or something. You know,
Schnitz.
maybe a doner. Someone bring her a doner kebab. What do you think now? I mean, has your life changed?
Not really, but it kind of made me want to like do a video myself right now in the snow. Maybe getting in and just try and dance on my own. But I mean, I woke up to that and I was like, wow, that's crazy. I was like, it's one of those things you wake up to. You're like, okay, cool. All right, someone's using the song and in its way. It means something different for everyone, And the original meaning of the song "I Can't Wait" was basically my girlfriend telling me, "I can't wait for you to finish this fucking album, so we can watch Game of Thrones." And not only did I not watch the last season of Game of Thrones, but I finished my album. And everyone was like, "You know what? Good thing you finished your album, because the last Game of Thrones was you could have waited, waiting for it." Well,
she said, Ardalan, I don't care that you're working on it. I'm going to watch the last season of Game of Thrones without you. And I'm going to drop all the spoilers.
So when she said that, I was like, wait, babe, can you just say that again? And I just basically sampled her voice saying, "I can't wait."
Oh.
That was the missing puzzle in the album.
Yes.
That happened and I had a deadline to finish it in like a month. And that happened like 2 weeks before. And it basically changed the whole direction of the album in a way. And in some ways, the album is about that. It's about making the album, and I can't wait. Everyone can apply it in their own way. Like I can't wait for this pandemic to finish, but I'm going to be safe and social distance or where I'm at.
Amen. And I mean, that's sort of one of your leading songs.
Yeah.
Is she now pissed off that she participated, giving this content that created one of the leading tracks that everyone loves? Now you're busy, you're doing promos, you're doing radio spots, you're going here and there, you're busier than ever, all because of her. And she's like, I'm just trying to snuggle.
Yeah, she was like, "Where's my royalty?" And she's like, "Getting me a Chanel bag and we're call it even." And I was like, "Okay, fine. You're right."
Yo, I'll tell you, I know a place on Canal Street. You get that Chanel bag real cheap.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I already got that bag. So I'm not. I hope she's not tuned in. She's like, "What?" Okay.
Wait, we gotta send a big shout out to our partners who put up with our bullshit as DJs as producers.
Yeah, I feel very lucky, and for especially me streaming too all the time. And like last time, it's funny because she's always like, if she's like maybe streaming overtime and it's dinner time, and she makes dinner and like just handing me like a plate while I'm DJing, and I'm like, feel really lucky, really, really blessed, and also, now that we're in COVID, like I was touring for so long, and like, sometimes our times, our work, the people work in the week, and we come back in the week, we're making music, and then we're not there in the weekend. So now I'm really appreciating the time that I have.
Is she watching the show right now?
I don't know, actually.
Krista, what up?
Krista.
Kristen? Let's just say
Krista.
Krista. At the time, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we're all gonna say, "I love you, Krista." Okay, right. 1, 2, 3. I love you, Krista.
Clip that moment for her.
There you go. Clip.
Man, it's been a minute. I miss Krista. I miss seeing you in real life, Artie. Man, wow.
Me too. I miss you guys.
It's been a long time. It feels like.
When was the last time we saw each other?
Oh, I saw you in Chicago, but Charlie wasn't there because there was a hurricane.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
That was September 2019. So we're what?
I got something to confess, guys. I gotta confess this. There was a hurricane threat, but there was no hurricane. It missed us.
Oh wow.
On the day of the hurricane, it was bright sunshine. And Eli was like, "Dude, I got this idea. You couldn't make it because I was like, I don't want to get stuck.
Yeah.
I don't know what else was going on. It could be. I got to be around just in case there is a hurricane. I got to be here, man in the house vibes. Even though my girlfriend really is the man in the house when it comes to all things home repair, etc.
My friend.
She's the man in the house. Don't you take that from her, Eli. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
She's the woman of the house. And yeah, so Eli's like, I got this great idea. We're gonna DJ, and I'm gonna stop the music and hold you up FaceTime to the audience and put the phone up, right? And I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? Natasha is my girlfriend. I'm gonna say, Natasha, what do I do? It's bright sunshine. So we're like, all right, get on your rain jacket and the umbrella. And we went out in the yard, and I got on FaceTime. She's spraying me with the hose. So, I'm sorry, Chicago.
Damn, the truth comes out.
That's pretty brilliant. I mean,
It was a hoax.
But technically, you could be in the eye of the hurricane.
I mean, we thought the hurricane was coming. You were a little bit too cautious. Let's be fair.
You're being
man, that hurricane was coming.
Yeah, definitely.
You got lucky. You dodged the hurricane.
But then, it's always nice to have some Michael Bay special effects, It's just, I did that. We were at the party. It was like a day party. And remember, was there?
I love Chicago, too. That was tough, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that was a really fun party. And seeing everyone from Glen Underground playing and seeing Mark Farina back to back.
Yo, that was dope. Me and Artie and Farina did back to back.
Yeah,
the party
music. That was so fun. Oh my god, that was at Spy Bar. Shout out to Spy Bar.
Yeah,
big shout out.
Make America Funky again in the chat.
Hey,
Spy Bar crew.
Yeah, Joe Calderon.
Make America Funky. Where's Dino? Is Dino really in China? Is that true? Is that fake news?
I think he is.
He knows that's the only place they got the cure for Corona is in China.
What up, Dino?
Shout out to Dino.
Dino is in China.
Wow.
That's a fact.
We need like a full update from Dino, what he's eating, what he's not eating.
Man, I could really use some really good Chinese food. I've actually been watching this show called Flavorful Origins about regional Chinese cuisines and like all the different techniques for pickling and curing and fermenting. And wow. I want to go to China so bad now.
Now I want Chinese food really bad.
What's your favorite thing
San Francisco? I'm in upstate New York. There are no Chinese restaurants.
Well, you gotta be
100 miles up here.
Oh, okay.
I got to go to New York City if I want to get some good Chinese food.
Wait, you go to Yonkers.
You should get someone to DoorDash you in a McLaren or something.
No, you got to go. It's oh yeah. DoorDash
What do you like to on the Chinese food menu there, Artie?
Dude, I'm kind of I'm a simple man. There's good orange chicken, I'll have it.
Damn.
But I love. I guess people are gonna hate. I mean, I don't know. I love dumplings. I love dumplings.
Why would we hate on you for dumplings, bro?
No, but I really like dumplings, and I really like orange chicken.
So basically, you like Panda Express.
Yeah, basically, that's literally what I was gonna think about right now. It's like saying, I like Taco Bell. So I really love.
You like? I like the crunchy gordito.
No, but I do love like real Chinese food is like, oh man, it's so good. I love it.
You down with that mala spice?
Yeah.
Well, up in Flushing. See, I gotta drive to Flushing, Queens. That's where
that's what I was thinking.
2 hours, and that's like the new Chinatown. That's like the real deal Chinatown in New York now.
I think that's what I was
they got
calling
like
out.
they got the malls like that feel like you're actually in China, like those funny little malls.
Oh yeah, there is.
And so like you can get the best. We actually for my birthday a couple years ago, Andrea got us a limousine, like a throwback limousine, and we went like 20 or 25 of us to Dumpling Galaxy. So we did it. We wanted to go there like with as many people as possible because they have like 100 different kinds of dumplings. So we ordered like half of them, and we all just man.
Awesome. Funny fact: when I used to live with Justin Martin, when we used to live on this place called Turk Street in the Fillmore in San Francisco. There's a dope Chinese spot in Lower Haight. It's called Beijing, but it was called something else. It was called Wonderland before. But anyway, like for me, like I had street parking and I had a car, and I just moved from San Jose, so I had to move my car every Tuesday morning. And I'm still like in my early 20s. I would wake up at like 11 p.m. like if I didn't have class, and I had to wake up really early to move my car. so I wouldn't get like the meter maids to give me a ticket. And I racked up so many tickets over the years. I could have probably bought a rotary mixer by now. But yeah, so I would wake up and I'm like, I needed a motivation factor. So we had like McDonald's or Panda Express. I'd be like, all right, I'm just gonna wake up and go get Panda Express or McDonald's, and I would come back and like, you know, just eating my burger, and Justin would just be like, waking up at 10 a.m. eating a McDonald's burger, right? He's just like, he would sneak out and eat Panda Express.
Justin's calling out in the chat room too. He said you would order Panda Express using daily when we lived together. He would sneak out and eat Panda Express and then lie about it.
Yeah, I was like, no, I didn't. I'm not, you know, organic. I just went to Whole Foods actually, you know.
That is hilarious.
And yeah, and I would go back to bed, you know, after eating like a Big Mac or a Panda Express.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, that was great when you're on tour, right? And you're just like,
it was like
you're in the airport, they got McDonald's or Panda Express, and you're about to be on a long flight. You eat that, and you are right to sleep on that flight.
It was that era where I just moved to SF. I was touring and I was going to college. I went to SF State. So and like Justin would wake up, he's working on his album, and I'm just like, you know what's crazy? We were like, the World Cup happened in South Africa 2010, and Justin decided to buy like, he was like, let's buy some vuvuzelas, and then he ended up buying like a whole freaking warehouse box of vuvuzelas. And then whenever I would want to go like, you know, have my little sneak attack like Panda Express or McDonald's, when I would wake up, I would come back and he just has a vuvuzela in my room, just like blowing it super hard, and I would just wake up like crazy.
Those are those soccer horns?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like the World Cup 2010.
That is too funny. You guys are nuts.
Yeah, I would say this. I'm like, I don't know why I'm so tired. I can't just make music. It's just like what I was eating, you know, like the Big Mac, and like, I mean, literally at 9 a.m. just start getting him, you know, whatever, just Panda Express or McDonald's. And yeah, living with Justin, we lived from 2012 to 2017, and it was like the funniest time of my life, honestly.
Oh my goodness.
It was a sitcom. It was like, I would be sleeping, Justin would wake me up with a megaphone or a vuvuzela.
Sounds like some good hazing, if you ask me.
You guys were like, what's it? Friggin' Johnny Knoxville over there.
It was. I mean, when Vine came out, me and Justin were like vining like crazy.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he has like some of, I think he's got like, I think he archived it, but that was such a funny time. I remember like we were on tour on his Hello Clouds tour, and that was the big first time I was like on a big tour, and I was his opening act, and my brother bought this like really nice Samsonite luggage. You know, I didn't have a Rimowa or anything, and I was just like, you know, keeping it reliable and stable. And so I was excited about my Samsonite, and Justin would always, every time we were going up an escalator in like an airport, anytime, he would just kick it and film it. And it would always just be kicking it somewhere in the middle of the terminal, and I'm like running, and he's like filming me running after my luggage. And then it got real when like we were in Detroit airport, you know, the super long escalator going to like the second floor or the first floor of the baggage claim.
Yeah.
He kicked it off I had the video of it. He kicked it off the escalator, and it was rolling down, and I'm like running after it, like making sure it doesn't hit anyone or anything. You know, it was like a snowball, like a freaking avalanche coming down. And I'm like running down, and I was so mad, but camera
did it for the gram or for the Vine. Gotta do it. How did you guys meet each other, by the way? And the other thing I want to say is San Jose, shout out San Jose. Eli and I played on there on our first ever American road tour in his Subaru at the Green Gorilla Lounge.
Nice. It was Cardiff. You guys played at Cardiff?
Was that it?
Was it in Campbell? Do you remember?
Was it at Green Gorilla Lounge?
Green Gorilla would throw parties at this place called Cardiff, which was in Campbell, which was literally where I went to high school.
And Manny, right?
Yeah, Manny. Me and Manny went to the same high school, Prospect High School.
Big up.
Big up. And then that's where I met my buddy Saper, who's done some amazing stuff with Dark Entries and all that. So we kind of grew up together, and I met Justin through my homegirl Party Patty, who's on my Mr. Good album as well. And and then I went to my first Dirtybird barbecue party in 2007, and Justin introduced me to I met him, and when I met him, he had like a beer carton on his head, and we took a selfie, and I was like, and at the time I was super like, I would just started listening to all the Justin Martin and Claude Von Stroke, and it was like so dope, the Martin Brothers and all the EP, and it was like, for me, I was like, oh my God, I'm meeting Justin. And a couple of years later, or a year later,
dude, you want to rent a room?
a year later, I was in my garage and making I made a beat, and it was like, it ended up being Mr. Spock. It was like a 10-minute version of it, and the first person that I really like felt like I could trust it to send it to as like a mentor was Justin, and he's like, wow, this is sick, but it's like there's like 4 different breakdowns, so he like turned it into like what it is now, and and then the rest is history. That's basically the turning point of my life, because I was going to college. I wanted to do industrial design, automotive design at the time. That's what I really wanted to do, like designing cars and stuff. And because I was really loved sketching and doing perspective drawing and stuff. But like music, that whole track just changed my whole life.
Wow.
So shout out to Justin.
Big shout out. Well, and who knew that eventually you guys would collaborate on a piece of music, and I guess a few. But I'm thinking about
Mr. Spock ended up being a collaboration because Justin.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it was a total
finish that track.
True.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking about this one. Let's go.
Let's go.
There is a hilarious music video.
Yeah.
That we have prepared. So, Mr. Chris, if you could please pull that up, let's take a look and watch this video.
Do it.
Which hits me in my nostalgia spot. I love me some E Honda.
Rolling up on the rollerblader. Getting snatched.
Let's go.
This is Bad Dudes.
Let's go.
Woo! Yo, shout out Luke Good. Luke Good.
Luke Good.
Luke Good.
That
is after coming back from Panda Express in the computer.
I mean, that's incredible.
It was, yeah, and that was our second release. After that was like the Mr. Spock chapter 2, basically, and it was in 2011.
What a video! How did he do that?
I don't know. It's got that metal slug vibes. That arcade game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
It's like he took all the characters and reanimated them into something else. Wow. Some serious skills. What else? What else does he do, Luke Good?
I don't know.
Good. How did you find this guy? I have so many questions.
Justin found him actually. So
Justin, can we beam Justin in? He's still watching? Can you tell us? Give us your secrets, please.
Yo, Pickleman 10 really wants to know, what is this though? That was a video for Justin Martin and Ardalan's track "Let's Go."
Yeah.
If you look at Justin Martin and Ardalan, "Let's Go," you will find that video. And it's appropriate to play videos that are tributes to video games on Twitch, right? That's like
for sure.
Yes.
That's very proper in this place. Justin Martin, oh, there he is.
Yo,
Justin, we're gonna have you on the show. You got to give us all your secrets. We're gonna have somebody roll up in your house, tie you up, and put you on Schmoozing with the threat of never eating pizza again, and make you give us all your secrets.
It's great. I love it.
Well, yeah, those are good times.
That's pretty fun. I mean, that's fun though, being like, early 20s, just thrown right into it.
Yeah, it's honestly been such a roller coaster, and it's not a kind, but it's a dream come true to be able to be doing this straight, since because when I did Mr. Spock, I was 19, and we did Let's Go. I was 20, just turned 21, and I'm super thankful for like Justin and the San Francisco community, and it's been awesome.
Hey-o.
What
what you asked for on the show. What's up, Justin?
He's trying to find somewhere more quiet.
Maybe we're live.
We get the oh, he's watching TV. He's turning on the TV.
Hi guys.
Hey, welcome to Schmoozing, Justin.
Hey, thanks for having me. Hey Artie.
What up, buddy? It's good to see
you. So tell us about Luke Good and how you found him to make you this amazing video.
Oh, he was such a trippy guy. He hit me up because he liked this. He liked the stuff we were doing on Dirtybird, and he was doing all this really crazy interactive stuff though, where like other than that video that he made, where he was making music. Have you ever seen like the things that Kink uses, where he can use motion to trigger MIDI sounds? Stuff like that. Yeah. He was doing that like 10 years ago.
Wow.
I think he was helping develop it. But yeah, he made that video for us, and it was hilarious.
It's incredible.
It's so good.
Totally unbelievable.
Yeah.
The chat room is saying that you've done a ton of streaming today on Twitch. What you been up to?
I started doing daily streams now. So I'm going to be going Monday through Friday, starting at 10 a.m. every day. And usually I went 3 hours today because I had like a weird computer meltdown in the middle. So I did an extra hour to make up for it. But typically I'm just going to go 10 to noon. On
10 a.m. is early. We call that 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Out here on the East Coast.
Oh yeah. So me and Artie are both like, we're just I was listening to him talk about it earlier, and you guys are in the same boat. It's we're DJs. We're this is what we do, and we're not able to do it. So it's in our blood, and it's a natural instinct to want to just do it more, and being able to interact with fans on this platform, and kind of see into people's thoughts, in the chat and what they're vibing on. That's such a unique thing that this platform offers that you don't really usually typically get during a normal gig. So
yeah, no, but it's so connected. I mean, I feel like for all of us, that the interaction, the community aspect of DJing and playing parties has always been so integral.
Yeah.
I think any of us are never going to shy away from going in the crowd at, before or after a set, talking to folks,
Absolutely.
just feeling the vibe. And that's like with streaming initially, I was like, you can't get that. There's no substitute for this. Like,
Yeah.
how are we ever going to feel like it's a gig? But, you know, it's as the community is built, as we've been able to do this more and see like how interactive it actually is, it's a really amazing and almost like a new experience with even more feedback you're getting in real time it's really special in its own way.
I agree. And I've enjoyed like the last year of my life. I've kind of started, you know, trying new skills and learning like things that I never had the time to learn before. And, you know, visual, like VJing and stuff like that is really fun. And I've kind of just been like, I don't know, it's like a new hobby. So I just been learning everything I can to sort of make the streaming experience as interactive as possible and have like the visuals accompany the music and not just be like some screensaver behind you, but really interact with what you're hearing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. I've had a really fun time like learning the whole learning process and just like honing new skills. And
what platform are you using for the visuals there?
I use a few. So I use for my Saturday night stream, I run everything through a program called Resolume.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, obviously I use a green screen for that, but I have everything's kind of in layers. And you see my studio behind me, but I have control over every single aspect of the studio, from like the pillows to like I can make the plants grow, and I can do all kinds of crazy things.
What?
For my daily streams, I'm using a program called Synesthesia, and
great name.
It's really fun. It's actually like sound. It interacts with the sound, so the sound that's coming into my computer from the studio actually like impacts or has an like, you know, influence on the visuals that you're seeing.
So
and yeah, so I use a combination of like all of them, and I create custom things for the Saturday night show. And you know, I just started doing the daily streams yesterday, but yeah, it's kind of like, you know, it's Saturday night is going to be like the main event, and like weekdays are kind of just like me going through music, going through my record collection, finding music that like really inspired me, and just playing around with the visuals and stuff like that, and sort of like, you know, figuring out what I'm going to be doing on the following Saturday night.
Yeah.
So cool.
I mean, that's something that's also really cool about Twitch, right? Is that it's like it's not perfect. Like the imperfections, like the jamming element, the like playing around, the just trying new things. Part of it is really encouraged and fun, right? It's not like you have to. It's even better when you're not perfect.
I have my cats in the studio with me, like pretty much during all of the streams that I've done, and they're constantly like hopping up on the decks and trying to like scratch the record or the CDJs, and all of that is like, you know, if you were playing a real live show, you would be like, oh my God, get this drunk guy out of the booth. He's going to mess up your set. But it becomes part of the entertainment. And it's okay if like, you know, you mess up a little bit, or if you, because it's just this like, it's this live, unpredictable thing. And I think that adds to the entertainment of it. You know, it's sort of like a stream of consciousness instead of just like, all right, I got to play an amazing, perfect set.
Trying to shoo away your label mates.
Right.
Wait, Justin, tell me, do you miss your fucking roommate Ardalan?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've probably seen Artie more than any of my other friends over the last year. We were able to go on this really awesome adventure through Yellowstone together. Yeah. And we also did recently a back-to-back, like a, what was it, like a 4-hour?
You did like a 4-hour morning back-to-back, like from 9 to like 1 p.m. or something like that. We did it for a buddy subset.
Yeah. So, and obviously, you know, we've both been pretty hardcore with the quarantining and making sure we're locked down and being safe about it. But yeah, it's been really refreshing to be able to hang out with him now and again.
It's important to have your close homies that you can see during this time, right? I mean, we're lucky enough to have that upstate that like we all kind of have a similar guidelines to what we're trying to follow safety wise.
He's
Yeah.
actually here right now. Here, let's see if I can just grab him.
He's trying to pull you up. Yeah, I feel really lucky to be able to have people to hang out with IRL, because there's only so much virtual hangs that you can tolerate with it before your eyes melt out from looking at the computer screen for too long.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, we did. We actually went back. That's one of the most amazing things I've ever done in my life, and it happened to be in 2020.
I'm hella jelly of that trip, by the way.
We went backpacking. Me, Justin, J-Mac, and Andrew.
Shout out to J-Mac.
You West Coast guys get the best topography.
We got. I hate to say this, but we got in this river that was like it was like hot spring, like basically like it was like a 95-degree river flowing with like sulfur. It was like perfect. It was like I missed that water. It was awesome. But
that was a curve a long time for sure. We thought we were gonna die at some points.
Oh my god, yeah. Day 2 was one of the craziest. But the thing is, it was like our scenery kept changing. We saw some bears. We saw some black bears. And we had some beers with them. It was cool. No, but what's it called? It was crazy. And yeah.
Good times. We'll do it again. Yeah, you guys were invited.
I'd love to. I mean, I'm too scared to get on an airplane right now. But
yeah, I mean,
if I was in the
again,
maybe we can backpack you.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll backpack across the country. We'll meet in the country. Yeah. Meet in the middle of the country.
Exactly. It'd be so boring there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would kill for some hot springs. I had a memory when you were describing that, Artie, of after Sunset Campout many moons ago when Naveed Azadi was still around. We thought it was me and Naveed and Terry the Green Queen, and we were driving back from wherever, must have been going back to Los Angeles, and we pulled over into like this hot springs, and there was this natural lithium bathtubs.
Whoa.
And
wow.
And can I talk about drugs? I can't really talk about drugs though, right? Is that
could you charge your phone?
What?
Could you charge your phone while in jacuzzi?
I could have. It was that kind of lithium. Yeah. So we went. I won't tell the whole story, but anyway, the point is that we were enjoying ourselves in the lithium tubs, and suddenly, like, this family showed up because we were like on some hiking trail, so we had to like get out of there because there's like these derelicts still like enjoying themselves from the weekend. But that was great. You don't find that really. Well, actually, there are some hot springs in Florida. Florida's got a lot of surprises.
There's some amazing nature
and a lot of weirdos.
There's some amazing nature, and there's some amazing wildlife viewing.
There sure are.
By wildlife, I mean
gators.
You
ever watch Gator Boys? Oh, rednecks. Oh yeah, we got those too. We got lots of those. You ever watch Gator Boys?
I've seen, yeah.
Dude, holler at some episodes of Gator Boys. These guys are catching gators with their bare hands. This one guy, he goes swimming into people call like, oh, there's a gator in my pool. What do I do? This guy shows up. He's like, I'll take care of it. He's just got a rope through a PVC tube and just a snorkel. And he just goes into these like pools, murky like ponds of water. And he just wrangles the gator. He pulls it out on his shoulder.
That's crazy.
Gator Boy.
Gator Boy. So before we're way off on a tangent now, but before we ended the show, I did want to talk to Ardalan about his Iranian roots, because I feel like it's a not a common perspective in dance music. There's not a lot of Iranians, but there actually are. It's surprising. Like, there's some real leaders. You know, there's Fire is, you know, an amazing Iranian artist, and you mentioned your other friend who's on Dark Entries.
Yes, the pair.
Yeah, our boy Navbox out here in DC.
And Naveed
there's definitely some connection. But like, what's it like? When did you? Well, first of all, just a little bit about your roots. You know, being from Iran. When did you move to the States? What was it like growing up in Iran? And
my thing was, and this I'm gonna go later on to. It's like I was born in Iran. I was born in '89, but like my parents kept moving back and forth like all my life, all up until 2006. I went to like Iranian school like when I was there for 2 years, and then when I came back, I came to the Bay, and then I moved back again because I don't know, my parents were Noya, and that's how my nickname Mr. Noya started. So I kept moving back and forth like high school and stuff. So I got like this perspective of, you know, being like a teenager in Iran and also being a teenager in America. And it's a lot of people were like, wow, is it different there? Is it like a desert? Is it like, do people have TVs or like, and it's like, you know, like back, and obviously like, you know, the media always shows Iran in such a negative way, and it's always like politics, but like there's so much in common. Like there's so many like, you know, young people like that have so many like saying like things that like American teenagers do, and what's it called? And when it came to music, I had so much like sensory overload of music, starting from like when I was a kid. Like back then, you know, like it was not only Western music, but everything was like saying like there's no way of getting like music anywhere, you know, because the whole world was like cut off from Iran. So people would just have like so many mixtapes everywhere, you know, like you had like a cassette tape with like Daft Punk's Homework, and then on the other side you had like Tupac, and like, and so for me, like I was exposed, and then my dad is a sax player, and he had a band with all his friends. And we had actually one of his friends, his name was Hamid Majidi. He's like a legendary guy, like such a cool. He was like a huge collector of Citroen, like, you know, the old French cars. They're called Citroens.
Oh, Citroën.
Citroens, yeah. And he had 10 of them in his back here. He had this old giant like house, and like he had like all these, and like he had this basement which he had like 5 guitars, and I would always as a kid go there and like listen to them play. And then and my dad had so many cassettes, and me and my brother would go through them all the time. And then like one of my cousins was like, here, listen to this, and I was like, Homeworks, like it was like Around the World by Daft Punk, and that's probably the first like house music or whatever that I listened to, and I was like 5 years old.
Wow.
And then we had like, and the funny thing is in Iran we had these like, because the original channel, like the original like national state sponsored TV, there was only like 4 channels, and then people would like go and get satellite dishes, which were illegal. And you had this guy who, like, I guess it's like the same person as like people setting up streams now. He'd come to your house and he's like, yeah, you know, this card here, if you buy it, you get like 800 channels. And like we had like thousands of like channels in the 90s, and I was just listening to music from like all over the world, like European MTV, which were playing trance and like house and all that stuff. And then there was like American channel. So I was just exposed to like so many different.
You had more channels than me. I begged my mom. I was like, Mom, how do I get cable TV? She's like, no, public broadcasting.
Same with me.
Yeah, we had satellite TV. I was watching Baywatch when I was like 4.
Jealous.
Like, you know, I was like, yeah, shout out to Pamela Anderson. But what's it called? Yeah, so all that, like, and then I moved to the States, and I was always my big brother, obviously, like, you know, he had all these amazing music, and I got into so many different styles of music, like. And then when I moved back to Iran for like one last time, I was in 10th grade. I was 16. I told my parents were like, hey, you want to come live in Iran one more time? Like, you know, before you want to go to college? I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So like I moved back for a year. I was 16. It was like one of the most amazing years of my life. I was just like exposed to like house music and like techno and stuff through like friends. And I would go to these places like back then, like I think in the mid 2000s, early 2000s, like we didn't have like crazy internet like we did now. And like people, and the CDs were like everywhere. So you had these like shops basically that were like, I guess it'd be illegal in America, but like bootleg shops where you just go in, the guy's like, you know, on a computer, you know, and it's like CD, music, everything. So you go there, you just sit down. It's like you got an appointment with like someone that's like in an office, like a detective or something. And
you had to make an appointment?
You'd like, or like, you know, you go in and you're like, he's like, so what do you want today? You want like progressive house? You want minimal? You want like techno? You want disco? I got Global Underground 2. I got Global Underground 3. I'm like, yeah, I want all of it. And he would just burn it for you, you know? So you just like buy CDs, and it's like so that's the thing. Like I come from like that like culture of just like, you know, the like bootleg underground, like, you know, everything being pirated because you don't have it, you know, and then I started using SoulSeek like there, and then someone sent me like Who's Afraid of Detroit or Deep Throat by Claude Von Sturgeon. That's the first time I heard about like Dirtybird, like through like all these like
They said
peer-to-peer.
the Tanner Ross remix. Shout out Tanner Ross.
Oh yeah, shout out to Tanner Ross. And then
That's Tanner.
yeah, man, I'm one of my favorite producers. And yeah, so basically I was just exposed to so many different styles of music in like a really weird way, you know, like it wasn't just like, all right, I was in a phase, I was in a hip hop phase, I was in a grunge phase. So that's why for me it's just like I got like exposed to all this stuff in different ways. But I always really loved electronic music as a kid. I loved trance, things like that. My mom was listening to in the car or we were driving in the 90s, or like early house stuff. And then when I moved to the States, I started going to like parties in like San Francisco when I was under 21. And there was only 2 parties that I could think of that would like let me go, was like Dirtybird barbecues and the sunset parties. And yeah, and the rest is history. So
Yeah.
What's up with the Zoroastrian fire magic?
well, Zoroastrianism is like the first religion that was like really popular in Iran. It's like one of the first religions with like one god and stuff. And there's like there's like our New Year's, or actually like there's like a holiday that's like the winter solstice. It's called the longest night of the year, and people celebrate it, you know, in a way. It's called the Night of Yalda. So there's all these little cool, and it mixed with like Islamic culture and everything. And there's just so much.
What does Yalda mean?
What's that?
What does Yalda mean?
Yalda is I don't know really, but it's a name of like, it's like a name, and it says the Night of Yalda. But I guess I'm not really, don't quote me on this, but it's just basically like, it's like the longest night of the year. So it's like you want to like renew your like spirits, you know, because all the bad spirits come out like on the longest night. So you just like do like a kind of like Halloween in a way. But
we got to shout out our former intern, our Jonathan's former assistant and Persian Persian descent, Yalda.
Yeah.
You know, I also want to bring this up, talking about Persian traditions and Zoroastrian traditions and holidays. Nowruz, the like first day of spring, the new day holiday. I was lucky enough to bring up Naveed Azadi again.
No way. That's awesome.
With Naveed, we had a gig. I think it was right around South by Southwest. We played together at South by, and we went back to the hotel, and he was like, look, it's Nowruz. And, you know, traditionally we have to jump over fire.
That's what I did too.
That's the thing.
So we must have been together.
We lit a little fire. Behind the hotel.
Nice. Shout out.
And you know, we said a little prayer and we jumped over the fire. Yeah. So that was an amazing moment.
We call that Charshamba Suri, which means like the last Wednesday of the year. So the last Wednesday of the year, people like basically it's like an old tradition, and you know, you jump over the fire and you say like that, like you say these phrases, and it's like, again, it's bringing like, you know, new meaning to like the year and everything. And the thing is, I experienced that holiday in Iran, and it's insane. Like it's like the whole city, like we used to just like have so many different types of firecrackers, like it was insane. It was like a war zone. Like people were just everywhere, just like fireworks.
Is
like,
char is the origin word meaning fire?
Char means 4.
4.
Yeah.
I thought I was going there with like Pokemon characters.
Yeah. Charizard. Basically, like that, you know, maybe there's some like,
but no
relation between Charizard and Charshamba Suri.
Sorry, let me down.
But
that was
it's but so New Year's, every New Year's, and that's like basically the spring solstice, and it's great. And like people go out in the parks on like the 13th day of New Year's, of the new day. I don't know why, but it's called like 13 out the door. So like the day on the 13th day, everyone's supposed to go out in nature and have a picnic and have a party and stuff like that. So
beautiful.
But yeah, besides that, it's now with like Twitch and with good TV, we started like a monthly show with Adapter Records, who it's a record label in Iran and a record store. They just bring new artists and like unknown artists to do streams for us. And I'm also getting Nessa, who's from Deep House Tehran. She's a really dope DJ. Awesome DJ. They're going to do a monthly on good TV as well. So now it's been amazing actually, because with Twitch and streaming, it's been giving me like an opportunity to showcase Iranian artists from Iran, and their music is just it's really dope. There's like live artists, from DJs, and like it's very
amazing,
awesome. Yeah,
I think you're probably one of the only people that bring in all this Iranian musicians and culture to the mainstream table. Not mainstream.
I gotta stay true to my roots, you know. And it's like, and it's great to like, for me, like I feel so like thankful and blessed to be having the opportunity to like live in America and pursue my dreams. And I really want to just showcase that and give other people that are like in the same, you know, they're my age or that have the same passion as me, the same opportunity in some way.
Amen.
And to get new audience.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's amazing to still, and like just to be able to stay connected with your culture, with your homeland.
Yeah,
especially.
It's amazing. I haven't been back in like 10 years almost, since 2009, and it's been really awesome to like connect with people again. And my Farsi is obviously like good, but like in like it's funny because there's like new expressions and new like not new words, but like, you know, it's just updates with like, same with America. You know, you got squad or fam or lit. I don't know. I don't know like related, but like when I speak, I'm like, yeah, my Farsi is still stuck in 2008. You know, I'm like saying words that are like, they're like when I talk with them, it's just funny because I'm like, because it's changed so much.
You're like Cowabunga, bro.
Let's go, boss.
Yeah. What's up, boss? Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
Yeah, you know, but also when it comes to Persian food is like absolutely my favorite, and I even have emotes. Like I put like a kebab emote.
I love Persian food, dude. My goodness.
Yeah, butter. So you know when a track is heat, you gotta just throw that kebab in the air.
Dude, you bringing in like artists, mainlining artists into Twitch, the Twitcherverse from Iran. I mean, I think you're really raising the bar, and perhaps Justin, maybe you should be bringing in artists from Connecticut.
You know what's weird? I've never had a gig in Connecticut.
You know, there hasn't been a gig in Connecticut since Columns of Knowledge.
Yeah, college. Shout out to Chris Knowledge.
And the Hartford. What was the club called in Hartford? Oh, man, there were a few really
What's up Wednesday nights in Danbury.
Garbage clubs in Harvard that would have raves. And, oh man, yeah, wow.
West Indian Social Club.
I went to a bunch of raves when I was in high school, but I wasn't, you know, obviously DJing then. But I never gotten booked in my 20-year career to go back and play in Connecticut. It's
crazy. I didn't know that.
I haven't gone and played. One of the only states I haven't played.
It's about to go
Connecticut is a hotbed of dance music. I don't know what's going on, Justin.
I gotta start repping. I gotta start, you know, bringing up some Connecticut talent. You're right.
I remember when I was touring with you, someone brought pizza from Connecticut for you.
Yeah, Happy's Pizza. It's like the best pizza, one of the best pizza spots in the world.
What?
Yeah. Where were you playing?
To New York or something, or to Boston?
I was playing in Boston.
I was about to say you're playing in like Delaware or something.
It was cold.
That pizza's cold.
Sometimes cold pizza is all you need, though.
Yeah,
Sometimes you don't need it hot.
That's the thought that counts.
Breakfast. Why is it okay to eat cold pizza for breakfast?
I love it. I love it.
It's the best. You put a fried egg on top.
Oh,
but why can't you can't eat that for dinner though, right?
Kind of sad.
I guess.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, that's
Jazz.
What up, Jazz?
Jazz.
Hi, Jazz.
What,
Did you say Jazz or Jazz?
Jazz.
Hi, Jazz.
Jazz.
What kind of cat is that?
The Persian, isn't it?
Oh, I knew this was going there. What's the difference between a Persian and a ragdoll? Are they similar?
Ragdolls are just like, well, I had a ragdoll. His name was Oski, and I named my track after him actually. But he passed away.
Oh, sorry.
But they're just ragdolls. They're just super friendly, super they're like lap dogs.
Yeah.
Same way does in a way. And then when you hold them, they turn to ragdolls. They're just like hanging, you know?
Yeah, my brother has a rag doll, and it's really, 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 really chill cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie's old room. Charlie used to have a rag. Well, his roommate had a rag doll. So
yeah, shout out Jeannie and Sergio Santos.
Yeah,
they had two.
Wow,
ragdolls. I remember those cats. Yeah,
yeah.
I remember those cats.
That was a fun house, Aldi Street. Speaking of Tanner Ross,
we'll
have to do an episode going back to some of those Boston days, the Boston houses that we occupied.
I want to see like Tanner's like he like occasionally pops up on Instagram with like new components for like this modular
Yeah, I see that. I'm like,
I want to see this thing. I've never seen what it looks like though. I can only imagine because it's been a while that this thing is like this wall. That's what I like to think.
I like to hear what he does with it.
Me too.
But
look, we're approaching 2 hours, guys. We're nearing the end of the schmooze.
Thanks for letting me crash.
It's been amazing having you as a
dude.
guest. We need more special guests like cameo drop-in appearances. So
That's amazing.
Sure.
And Justin,
I can't believe you hacked your way in.
Always welcome on the schmooze.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
How'd you figure out how to get in here? You hacked in here?
I hacked. Yeah, I'm a hacker. That's one of the skills I've been honing.
Hacksaw.
Hacky sack.
Hacky sack. He hacky sacked his way in.
That's what we do in Connecticut. We hacky sack. We wear hemp necklaces.
Dude, Birkenstocks and socks.
Yep, exactly.
I've been rocking that all winter.
Hacker name is Rufus. He also infiltrated my my electronic course one time, which I'll be having actually before I go. I'm doing another.
Artie did. He did like an online tutorial with over Zoom, with like 40 people in the Zoom chat, and I got dressed up in disguise and put a mustache on, wore like a bow tie, and I just kind of sat there trying not to laugh.
Yeah,
he introduced me as his old coworker from Circuit City. Was it?
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
Oh snap!
But it's great. Maybe Rufus can make a return next week. I'm starting a second.
Oh, I know he loves your classes. Rufus will definitely pop in.
I hope he comes back. And
what are you teaching this week?
So this time, what we're doing is actually going to be really interesting. I'm basically going to be making a track from scratch, and I'm going to get feedback from the class. We'll have the help of the class, just take it where it takes it. And then once it's done, I'm going to be releasing it, and then I'm going to give the class an opportunity to remix it. And then I'm going to have the winner or my favorite mix of the track get released with the original on my Bandcamp.
Woo!
That's really fun. It's really
fun
participation.
It'll be great. And also, I want to make a new track, and I feel like it's a great motivation. And it's not like McDonald's or Pan Express, but I have to wake up to do. So I have to have a track now. In a minute. So.
And yet it is like Burger King because you'll have it your way.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe Rufus will come on with a Vuvuzela.
Rufus remix.
Rufus remix.
Nice.
Well, guys, thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you,
Thanks, Ardalan. Thank you so much, Justin. Great to see you. Artie, big ups.
Big ups. Congratulations. And everybody make sure to go and check out Ardalan, twitch.tv/Ardalan Music, where he's streaming all of the time. This is good music from the studio, and things are dynamic, and he's being creative, and he's got a very interesting mic. Should we watch the drop the mic clip before we let him go? Should we just get him ready? So let's watch the drop. Can we, Chris, please pull up this clip? It's not much, but it is a mic drop.
I'm pretty proud of that moment.
And we love Chris. Is he still there? He may have. Is he there?
He got hacked.
He got hacked.
He got in.
Well, coming up, Eli, tell him next week we got a very special guest.
Next week is.
Oh wait,
we got the video.
There it is.
They're stuffing their faces with the pie.
There it is. Drop the mic. That's it. That was great.
Oh man.
Usually the mic drop is after you make you drop a hot bar or make a good point. Yeah, but the mic fumble is also a very powerful technique.
Absolutely. And what I was talking about is the homies, they just made an amazing dinner, and I was DJing, and I'm like, they're stuffing their face. And then it wasn't the most epic moment, but the fact that I got it at that moment, I was really surprised. You know what's crazy? The next day I went skiing and I was in the lift and my glove fell and I grabbed it with my skis.
What?
That's
glove
nimble.
It was great. I didn't have to jump off the lift like you did like many years ago.
Don't do it, kids.
All right, Artie. Thanks, man. We'll see you on Twitch.
Yeah, I'll see you guys on Twitch and hopefully maybe on the slopes someday. I got some snowboards here, so
we're on the way. We're on the way.
Love you guys.
Hiking in. We're backpacking in.
Oh, he's out of here.
So next week on the Schmooze, we have a really, really special guest. This one is for my 17-year-old drum and bass nerd, Eli, and it's DJ Crust, Bristol's own
DJ Crust,
member of Ronnie Side's Represent group, Full Cycle Records, V Recordings, legendary jungle drum and bass producer DJ Crust, who just dropped a new album late last year on Crosstown Rebels. So he is back, the vengeance, and man, we are going to nerd out on some D&B, yo.
For sure. And this seems like an exciting moment in time for drum and bass and jungle across the board. I've been following Goldie on Instagram, and there's a lot going on with metalheads too. It just seems like a great moment. Drum breaks, hot.
Yo, for real.
Sarate.
For real. So that's exciting. And we'll see you next week right here on Lost Resort TV.
For show. We moved on to our last segment of the show, which we call Vinyl Thoughts. And as I pull up this record, it's sort of a random cut, I must admit. But this is a piece of music that feels like it might have a place at an arty party. This record is by an artist from Denise Motto. This record is from 1987. It is Denise Motto plus Scooby Swift, two Brummies, a Cockney, and a Mancunian. And the record is called Doing It Properly in Ecstasy. See y'all next week.
Okay, chaps, take it from the top.
How you them style, yeah?
Yeah. Check your body. Yeah. Check your body.
Ecstasy, ecstasy. Come on.